Okay, there's that bit. Back to Alamigo. Let's go see what Thancred wants. How was it meta? It was just snarky. Or obtuse. I really want apple cider and rum right now. Well, I said the reason I couldn't watch it was because I was streaming, while streaming. What punishment? I have apple cider in the fridge and I have rum in my bar rack. I just need to get off my ass and do it. You two are sore for sore. You two are a sight for sore eyes. All I need is water for my parched throat. Fetch me a cup, will you? Traipsing through Imperial territory is thirsty work. Chug, chug,
God,
chug.
I needed that.
I won't bother telling you to catch your breath. Whatever brought you galloping back to us, I assume it's urgent.
Maybe.
Quite. Without further ado, then. After the successful uprisings in Doma and Alamigo, rebels in several other provinces were inspired to follow suit. Unfortunately, they did not fare quite so well. The Dalmascans paid the heaviest price. For their defiance, the Emperor made a show of razing their capital to the ground, prompting many of their neighbors to abandon thoughts of resistance.
Dalmasca. That's FF12, right? Yeah, I thought so.
But not all have given up on liberty. Heartened by the news of Doma's prisoner exchange, some still believe that the Empire may one day be amenable to negotiation. We have the shinobi to thank for spreading the good word. They have worked tirelessly to keep the subjugated informed, and a little knowledge can go a long way.
But Kingdom Hearts lore includes Final Fantasy lore. Right?
There is at least a spark of hope, then.
I'm being snarky because the FF worlds exist within Kingdom Hearts.
A spark in want of kindling, yes. The Alliance has already begun supplying materiel to resistance movements abroad, many of whom would otherwise struggle to continue the fight.
Yes, it's mostly cameos, but the Final Fantasy worlds canonically exist within Kingdom Hearts.
The support effort has been led by the Sultana and the Elder Seedseer, who have both seen enough Alamigan refugees to know the consequences of oppression. And for their troubles, they have quickly earned a reputation as folk heroes in certain corners of the Empire. That is all for the provinces. As for the Garlean motherland itself...
I believe the first time you ever meet a Final Fantasy character in Kingdom Hearts, it is explicitly stated that they were on their own world.
Our friends the Populares have suffered something of a setback, I regret to say. Talk is rife that Doma has summoned a primal, and the Empire's more liberal voices are being drowned out in the fearful clamor for retribution.
And the mention of Dalmasca implies that 12 exists within 14.
And who do they think orchestrated this summoning?
Oh, any but those truly responsible. Xenos has seen to that. Speaking of whom, The Crown Prince is recovering remarkably well. Well enough, in fact, to enable him to personally tour the provinces, putting the fear of the Emperor into the hearts of any would-be dissidents.
He walks in plain sight, and none suspect him. Then it's as we feared.
Yes. An Ascian wears his skin.
An ass wears his skin. Oh wait, that was the case already.
But it was not that which brought me here in such haste. During my time in the provinces, I learned many things. Yet at no point did I hear any report of a Doman emissary in the capital.
But Alphonse should have arrived by now. Could they be holding him there in secret?
The possibility did cross my mind, but I have reason to believe he never reached his destination. As you know, scions assigned to covert operations, such as Riol and myself, are issued special link pearls for communication in the event of an emergency. I mention this because it was originally Alphino's task to coordinate the response at headquarters, meaning he has one. And whose voice should I hear when mine recently crackled to life?
You spoke with Alphonse?
Spoke with? No. I but heard his voice, and none too clearly at that. 2 words were all I could make out.
Doesn't Hollow Bastion have some super weird place in the lore?
The wasteland on the edge of Otherd. Something must have happened to them there. There's no time to waste. We must make for the burn at once.
There's been a split-second mention of my brother. We must go.
Say that.
And? I can't very well sit around here drinking tea if Alphino's in trouble. You said yourself that this link pill was only to be used in emergencies. So I'm going, and that's the end of it.
I'll go too, with bells on. I go everywhere with
How
bells
far
on.
be it from me to change your minds.
No, though I am to neglect making preparations for the council. I must act swiftly before Alphino's trail goes cold. I propose we first pay Hien a visit. He's sure to want to hear about these developments, and he may well be able to advise us on how best to reach the burn. Sound plan. And Y'shtola's in Doma, is she not? Dare she'd join you if the search if you asked her nicely? While you see to all that, I shall go and report my findings to the Alliance. You may leave any preparations for the Council to me. Thank you, Thancred. Right, to Doma then. We have much and more to share with you, Y'shtola. To Doma! Doma, Doma, Doma! Wrong Doma. Sometime I'll get it right. That is curious indeed. While other matters demand my attention at present, I shall bear what you have told me in mind. Should you notice any change, do not hesitate to seek me out. It's been a while since I played any of the Kingdom Hearts games. Thank you, milady. You're most kind. Though they're coming to Steam soon. Oh well. Two faces from the dim and distant past. Come now, it hasn't been that long. Who was that you were speaking with? A local miner supplies crystals for the rebuilding effort. Of late, he claims to have struggled to find a crystal with so much as a trace of elemental energy. Upon learning that I had some knowledge of Aether, he came seeking my counsel. Just now he brought me one of his recent finds. Yeah, I saw that too. I hope it's mostly just like an upgrade in quality rather than any degree of alteration. It's precisely as you described, devoid of elemental energy, and eerily reminiscent of the de-aspected crystals that manifested in Eorzea in the days prior to the calamity. It'd be wise to investigate this phenomenon more closely. Indeed, but on a more positive note, the locals seem to have taken a liking to you. More an interest in than a liking, too, I think. The sight of a Miqo'te with a peculiar contraption upon her head has a certain novelty value in these parts. Any actual regard they may have for me, I owe wholly to you and the others who came before. Everyone here has been exceedingly cooperative, and I am pleased to report that I have all but concluded my investigation. Simply put, by focusing one's will upon a nether-infused object of worship, it is possible to conduct a summoning. So the fact that the objects of worship is the key? They are themselves suffused with the requisite belief? Correct. Such sacred relics as the Kojin collect obviate the need for religious fervor in the summoner. Natsuyu being the most obvious example. She had but to associate the artifact given to her by Asahi with the divine, and it served to amplify her desires and give them form. Form nourished through the power of crystals, also provided by her brother, and thus was Tsukuyomi brought into being. Which brings me to the question of preventative measures, to which I have yet to find a satisfactory answer. At present, I know of naught that will avail us, save to keep watch over the movement of relics and crystals, as if we did not have enough to keep watch over already. But it's possible you have a sensitivity to that. But I doubt you came all this way to hear that which may be perused in a report. Something happened to Alfino. I mean, if it was the alcohol being the problem, adding rum to it would make it even worse. I shall join you in the search, of course. Thank you, Gisela. I should be glad of your help, truly. Now, if there's nothing else, I shall go on ahead and request an audience with Lord Hien. There's a juice box. I'm not surprised that there's a juice box emoji. Alize puts on a brave face, but she has little talent for concealment. We should join her at the Kian-Con. Ain't life great? I didn't ask to be born. Now I gotta pay bills and shit? God. Greetings, my friend. Jose explained all to me. Needless to say, you shall have our full cooperation in the search. Even if Alphino's trail does lead to the burn of all places. Money, please. The region known as the Burn occupies a special place in Garlean history. Every child in the Empire is familiar with the tale. In the distant past, it was a verdant land teeming with life. But successive summonings saw it blood dry weather and reduced to a desert. It was upon beholding the devastation that primals had wrought that Emperor Solus was spurred to embark upon his crusade against their kind. The Burn offers a glimpse of the future we seek to prevent. Know you of any reason why Alphino might have gone there? Mischance. Though it lies on the route to Garlemald, there's no place to make a stop. My guess is they encountered some manner of trouble there. In any event, I am of the same mind as Alize. We have no choice but to take our search to the burn. Given the considerable distances involved, 'tis best we went by bird. I prefer flying cat couch. Orkan and I have our yours. You agree. Will you ready the falcons for the others? I shall gather our swiftest birds. Given that near the house of the first, there is fiercer as an overlook. Pray join us there once you have seen to your preparations. Mounts are not available in this location. House of the first. Okay, where are you guys? Oh, how do I get out? Let me out! Also, apparently we had one of those pineapple jalapeno ciders in the fridge and Vamp has found it and taken it for her own. If everyone is here and possessed of a bird, let us away. Remember, our destination is a barren wasteland. There is no civilization to speak of for 100 malms in all directions. Take care you don't lose your way. Yeah, well, fortunately it's approximately the season when they start selling them again, so. Let's clear you out. Queue up for the burn. And now we wait in interminable amount of time. Do I have anything to do right now? No. I could do this. Where are you? I have something for you. There you are. Montaigne returns, and with it the white. So too comes the great Netherling warrior. I have this thing for you. Double rainbows in the mist. Sonu knows not what to make of this. An eye in the hands of a Netherling. Storm clouds of the Vindu are no match for the eye's might. Smash it against the Etherite in the whale's crown, and he will be vulnerable once more. Bind it with chains of steel and drive him from cloud sea. Return zephyr winds and sunlight to our lands. Sir, could you get out of my way, you stupid sign? I would like to go this way, please. Thank you. $11 minutes. That's like an eternity. Ah, there you are. Archon, the Enterprise Excelsior is ready to depart whenever you are. Again, Chief Sona wants you to smash some gemstone against an netherite to dispel a barrier of storm clouds. I don't even know where to begin. Hell's with it. Maybe it'll bring us good luck. I'll rendezvous with you there. Where is this? Can I fly, please? And that is to actually go in and do it, so we're unmarking that. We'll probably start on, and we shall call it Eureka. If we don't get a Q pop in time. Just getting this out of my quest log mostly. I don't think this will even get it out of my quest log, will it? Oh, it's all the way up there. Up east, please. Thank you. As you smash the gemstone against the Aetherite, nothing much happens. Out of habit, you attune with the Aetherite, and once more, nothing much happens. But we unlock the thing anyway, so, you know, who cares? Where are you? Could use that. Could use that. Alright, we have this. Forgot we bought that. To Kugane it is then. Get to you later. So you decided to accept the invitation in the House of Splendors. Raina will be pleased. Come, I'll show you to your table. It's good to see a familiar face in these parts, particularly that of the man who might well be my most valued customer. I gather you are not expecting Kryla or myself to be attending this little tete-a-tete? As you'll see, however, this is a matter which concerns us all. It all began when a vessel of the Stormblood trading company happened upon an island in the Glass Ocean. A deserted island which was not recorded in our charts and quite frankly had no business being there. Suffice it to say, we were surprised. Pleasantly so, in fact. An unclaimed, undeveloped island in such a location would be a boon to our trading concerns in this corner of the world. Hey, Pukra. Joy to lurk. Lurk. Lurkers make the Twitch go round. Kugani's bleeding us both dry with its tariffs. Depending on the goods, we're paying more than 10 times what we do in Limsa or Ul'dah, which is already too damn much, believe you me. My dear Owen is trying to say is that having an additional port of call in this region, one more amenable to free trade, would be in the best interest of a great many parties. Which is why, upon learning of this island, I immediately authorized an exploratory expedition. The team was large and well funded, spared no expense. Alas, only a handful returned. Survivors reported irregularities with the island's weather, which we believe gave rise to a number of strange and monstrous beasts which set upon them not long after they arrived. This regrettable turn of events forced us to reevaluate our assessment of the island and put our plans on hold for a time. If development was to proceed, it would require a great deal more capital than originally anticipated. So he came to me in mind for a handout, and I obliged. But before you scoff, know that some of my regular customers were members of that failed expedition. What they told me was enough to justify the expense. Tales of treasure, untold wealth and riches, and God know what else. I left to wade through 'em all them beasties, but great rich comes great reward, as they say. Spoken like a born entrepreneur. Your ambition and ruthlessness are admirable, my lady. Dare say I could stand to learn a thing or two from you. In any event, having formed our partnership, we wish to dispatch a second joint expeditionary force to the island. That said, if we're to send just one, their fate is like to be the same as the first. So this time, we've a mind to send a dab hand. Veteran with 1,000 battles. Tried and true killer. See where I'm going with this? No. While I lack your aptitude for warcraft, I will be joining the expedition as a researcher. Science have an interest in this island. How perceptive of you. You're right. This is not the sort of affair that would normally concern us. However, after speaking with the others, they have consented to my participation on account of my personal interest. You'll forgive me if I say no more at this time. If my suspicions prove true, then I'll tell you everything. I promise. Right then. I believe that covers everything. The company ship that will deliver you to the island is waiting to receive you. You may proceed to the pier whenever you're ready to depart. Oh, and so you're not surprised? You'll have company. Craftsmen whose help I reckon you ought to have. You should be at the pier already. Rowena and I still have a few things to discuss, so why don't you go on ahead? Catch up to you later.